All right, so let's just jump right into it today.
Yeah.
We're going to be looking at how to manage your WordPress site on the go.
Sounds good.
And we found this great blog post from Now Technology Systems.
Okay.
They're an Australian web development company. And their post is called Top Mobile Apps for Efficient WordPress Site Management on the Go.
Catchy title.
Yeah.
I like it.
So this is kind of your cheat sheet to managing your website,
Okay.
even when you're away from your desk.
Mm-hmm.
We're also going to look at some unique considerations for Australian businesses.
Makes sense.
Since Now Technology Systems is based in Australia.
Yeah. It's amazing how much things have changed.
Right.
Like it used to be that mobile was just about viewing websites.
Yeah.
Now it's about complete control
Yeah.
from your phone.
Exactly. And that's what I really like about this post.
Yeah.
They really emphasize the convenience factor. So
Mhm.
like being able to make updates from anywhere,
Mhm.
whether you're in a meeting in Melbourne or like
Right.
catching some waves on the Gold Coast.
Yeah. And that real-time capability can be a game changer,
Yeah.
especially for businesses.
Right.
So imagine you've got a negative comment pop up on your blog,
Oh, yeah.
or your online store has a glitch or something like that.
Uh-huh.
Being able to fix that right away can really protect your reputation.
Right.
Keep your customers happy.
Makes sense.
So yeah, huge.
So let's get into some of the specific apps that they recommend.
Okay, sounds good.
So they start with the classic, the WordPress app,
Of course.
the official app.
Gotta have it.
Yeah, so it's got to be the go-to for all the basics, right?
Mm-hmm.
Managing posts and pages.
Yeah, that's the beauty of the official app, is that seamless integration.
Right.
So it's designed to work perfectly with your site's backend.
Okay.
So you can be confident that any changes that you make on the app
Mm-hmm.
will show up online exactly as you intended.
Yeah.
No surprises.
Makes sense.
Okay.
Okay, so next up, they highlight Jetpack.
Okay.
This one seems a bit more robust.
Okay.
They mention security alerts and traffic insights,
Yeah.
which seem pretty valuable for any website owner, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely, and especially for those of you focused on growing your business.
Right.
What's really cool is that Jetpack can actually send you mobile notifications
Oh, wow.
if there's a sudden spike in traffic to a particular post.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
So imagine being able to capitalize on that momentum instantly,
Yeah.
sharing it on social media while it's hot,
Right.
all from your phone.
Yeah, that's great. Okay, so then there's Google Analytics. I have to admit, I sometimes feel a little overwhelmed by all the data
Yeah.
in Google Analytics.
Pretty fly.
What are some specific metrics that you find most actionable when you're managing a site on the go?
Great question.
Yeah.
I think one metric that's particularly helpful on mobile is the bounce rate.
Okay.
So if you notice a high bounce rate on a specific page, it could signal a problem with the mobile design
Okay.
or the content itself. Being able to spot that on your phone and flag it for later is super useful.
Okay, bounce rate. I'm making a note of that.
Yeah, good one.
So from analytics, they jump to social media management
Okay.
with Hootsuite.
Right.
So it seems like they're really driving home that connection
Yeah.
between your website and your social media presence.
For sure. Think of it this way. You're crafting this amazing content for your website,
Right.
but it needs to reach the right people.
Right.
Hootsuite lets you manage multiple social media profiles from one app,
Okay.
so you can share your content, engage with followers, and really boost your online presence, all while you're on the move.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
And lastly, they throw in a bit of a wildcard Evernote.
Okay.
Now, this one isn't directly related to WordPress,
Mhm.
but they present it as a valuable tool for capturing those brilliant ideas that strike when you're away from your desk.
Yeah. And this is where things get particularly interesting
Right.
for you as an Australian business owner.
Right. The article specifically mentions Australian business owners.
Yeah.
Why do you think that is?
Well, the Australian digital landscape
Okay.
has some specific regulations that you need to be mindful of.
Oh, okay.
For example, let's talk about the Australian privacy principles.
Okay.
They govern how businesses collect and handle customer data, and those principles apply to websites just as much as any other business operation.
Gotcha.
It's about protecting your customers' privacy,
Right.
and it's something you need to be actively thinking about even when you're managing your site on the go.
Makes sense. So we've covered the 5 apps Now Technology Systems recommends.
Yeah.
But they also mention digital transactions and security as key areas for Australian businesses.
Right.
What are some things site owners need to be aware of there?
Well, if you're running an e-commerce site, Australian consumer law regarding online sales refunds and consumer protections is paramount.
Right.
Robust security practices are essential everywhere, of course.
Sure.
But especially in a country with such stringent data protection laws.
Okay.
It all boils down to maintaining consumer trust.
It definitely sounds like there's a lot to juggle.
Yeah.
But let's shift gears a bit.
Okay.
We've talked about these apps being great for managing content,
Right.
analytics, social media.
Mm-hmm.
But what about those everyday tasks
Yeah.
that can sometimes feel like a hassle on a mobile device?
Sure.
I'm thinking things like image optimization.
Oh, yeah, that's a great point.
Yeah.
It's easy to get caught up in the big picture
Right.
and forget about the nitty-gritty.
Huh?
Like resizing and compressing images on a small screen can be a pain.
Oh, tell me about it.
Right.
I can't tell you how many times I've squinted at my phone trying
Yeah.
to crop an image just right.
Well, the good news is you don't have to.
Okay.
There are some fantastic mobile apps specifically designed for image editing.
Okay.
Apps like Snapseed or Adobe Lightroom CC offer really powerful editing tools that are surprisingly user-friendly on mobile devices.
Okay, cool.
You can adjust brightness and contrast, crop and resize, even apply filters and special effects,
Wow.
all with few taps on your phone.
So we're talking about streamlining that whole visual content creation process.
Exactly.
Even when we're on the go.
And it's not just about aesthetics.
Oh, okay.
It's about performance, too.
Right.
Large image files can really slow down your website's loading speed,
Okay.
which can affect your search engine ranking and user experience.
Yeah, that makes sense.
These mobile editing apps let you compress images without sacrificing quality,
Okay.
making sure your site loads quickly and smoothly for everyone.
That's a game changer.
Right.
I think it's easy to overlook those behind-the-scenes optimizations when
Yeah.
you're focused on content creation.
For sure.
Speaking of which, is there anything else that tends to trip people up
Let me think.
when they're managing their site from their phone?
Communication and collaboration can be tricky.
Okay.
Imagine you're at a conference networking and someone wants to learn more about your services.
Right.
You could fumble for a business card
Yeah.
or scribble notes on a napkin.
Been there.
Yeah.
And then I can never read my own handwriting later.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But what if you could just pull out your phone,
Okay.
open your WordPress app,
Mm-hmm.
and instantly add them to your email list
Oh, wow.
or send them a personalized message through your site's contact form?
Oh. And now that's impressive.
Right.
Talk about making a good first impression.
It really shows a level of professionalism and responsiveness
Yeah.
that can go a long way.
So we're not just managing our websites.
Mhm.
We're managing our whole online presence, our brand,
Yeah,
all from our mobile devices.
exactly.
Uh-huh.
It's about leveraging the power of mobile
Mm-hmm.
to stay connected, responsive, and proactive
Right.
in the digital world.
I love that.
Yeah.
But it's not just about reacting to situations, is it?
No.
It's about being strategic with your time and energy.
You hit the nail on the head.
Yeah.
Think about your workflow.
Okay.
What are the tasks you find yourself doing most often on your website?
Mm-hmm.
Updating product descriptions,
Okay.
responding to customer inquiries,
Mhm.
scheduling social media posts.
Right.
Once you identify those key tasks,
Mm-hmm.
you can explore mobile apps and tools
Right.
that specifically streamline those processes.
So it's about finding the right tools for the job,
Absolutely.
just like any other aspect of business.
And don't be afraid to experiment.
Okay.
The beauty of the mobile app ecosystem is that there's a solution for almost every need.
Yeah, that's true.
It's just about finding what works best for you.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So we've talked about image optimization, communication,
Right.
streamlining workflows.
Mm-hmm.
What other mobile management tips should our listeners keep in mind?
Security is a big one,
Okay.
especially on public Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've hesitated to log into important accounts when you're on a public network,
I always get a little nervous about that.
and you should be. Public Wi-Fi is often unsecured,
Right.
which means your data is vulnerable.
Okay.
That's where a VPN comes in.
A VPN.
Yeah.
Just to clarify for our listeners,
Sure.
what is a VPN and why is it important?
Good point. VPN stands for Virtual Private Network.
Okay.
Essentially, it encrypts your internet traffic,
Uh-huh.
creating a secure tunnel between your device and the internet.
Okay.
It makes it much harder for hackers to intercept your data.
Gotcha.
There are a lot of reliable VPN services out there, both free and paid,
Right.
so it's definitely worth checking out.
Okay. VPN for public Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yep.
Any other security must-dos?
Strong, unique passwords for all your accounts,
Right.
including your WordPress site, are a must.
Okay.
And whenever possible, enable two-factor authentication.
Okay.
It adds an extra layer of security by requiring a second form of verification,
Right.
like a code sent to your phone, before giving access to your account.
Makes sense.
It might seem like an extra step, but it's really worth it for the added peace of mind.
Those are all great tips. It sounds like with a little bit of planning and the right tools, managing your WordPress site on the go can be just as secure as working from your desktop.
It absolutely can be.
Okay, good.
And it's not just about protecting yourself.
Right.
It's about protecting your customers' information as well.
Of course.
As a website owner, you have a responsibility to ensure the security and privacy of the data entrusted to you.
Now, before we wrap up this part of our deep dive, anything else you want to add on the topic of mobile management?
Yeah, I think we've covered a lot of good stuff here.
Yeah, for sure.
From essential apps to those little details like image optimization and security.
Right.
Feels like you can run your whole online world from your phone now.
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of it all.
Right.
Mobile management isn't just about convenience.
Right.
It's about empowerment.
Yeah.
Having the freedom and flexibility to manage your online presence.
On your own terms, wherever you are.
And for our Australian listeners, that means factoring in those specific regulations.
Yes, definitely.
Legal considerations.
It's all about staying informed.
Right.
Adapting to the digital world. And using the right tools to make your life easier.
It makes sense.
And your business more successful.
So speaking of tools, I'm curious, what are some of your personal favorite mobile apps or tools for managing your online world? Besides the ones we've already talked about.
Okay, good question.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of voice-to-text apps.
Oh, yeah.
Being able to dictate blog posts or even website copy while I'm on a walk or commuting.
Yeah.
It's a game changer for my productivity.
I love that.
Yeah.
I actually use a project management app on my phone.
Oh, nice.
To keep track of all my website-related tasks.
Yeah, that's smart.
It helps me stay organized and make sure nothing falls through the cracks.
And don't underestimate the power of cloud storage.
Oh, yeah, true.
Oh. Having all your website files and documents accessible from anywhere.
Right.
It's so crucial.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Yeah.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, I want to leave our listeners with one final thought.
Okay, hit me.
We've been talking about managing existing WordPress sites on the go.
Right.
But could mobile tools also change the way we build WordPress sites?
Oh, interesting.
In the first place.
Okay.
Are we moving towards a future where entire websites are designed and developed?
Wow.
Primarily on mobile devices?
That's a really interesting question.
Right.
I think we're already seeing a shift in that direction.
Yeah.
As mobile technology continues to advance.
Right.
Who knows what the future holds?
Right.
Maybe one day we'll be building entire websites from our phones.
Wow.
Sitting on a beach somewhere.
Now that's a future I can get behind.
Right.
And that's what the deep dive is all about. Exploring these possibilities, pushing the boundaries, and figuring out how to make technology work for us, not the other way around.
Well said.
So to our listeners, keep experimenting.
Keep learning.
Keep learning and keep sharing your discoveries.
I love it.
The world of mobile WordPress management is vast and constantly evolving.
It is.
And we're all in this together.
We are.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive, everyone.
It's been fun.
We'll catch you next time.
See ya.